Welcome to the Pampered Thoughts podcast, where we are inspiring and encouraging women to love themselves as they are without shame or guilt, focusing on topics such as self-love, marriage and family, balance in life and business, and all things woman. Every week, we'll share inspirational topics that focus on helping you to overcome your struggles and limitations with lack of identity, low self-esteem, self-love, confidence, and so much more. I'm your host, Veronica, a wife, mom, speaker, entrepreneur, and more importantly, a daughter of the King. Hey, y'all. Welcome to today's episode of the Pampered Thoughts podcast. This is your host, Veronica, and I am so happy to be back. I know. It went from 2 weeks to a few months, and I'm going to get into that and explain, but we are back. We are ready to go. This is a new day. But before I get into today's episode, I want to welcome each and every one of you, those of you that are new to the podcast. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for just taking time to push the button and to listen to see what it is that you might want to hear. I pray that what you hear today on the previous episodes, that you find something that touches your heart and encourages you or inspires you. Welcome. For those of you that have been rocking with me since day one for our happy hour Thursdays, I thank you for tuning in again. I know it's been longer than what I expected, but I do want to thank y'all so much for tuning in again. And I just want to go ahead and get into it. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Pampered Thoughts, Facebook at Pampered Thoughts, also on Twitter at I Am Pampered. Like, share, comment, review. I look forward to hearing everything that you have to say. And if you haven't listened to a previous podcast about our updates, what's going on with our family, we packed up and moved all the way across the world from Florida to East Africa. And it has definitely been a journey for us. There's so many things that the Most High has been sharing with my family, myself personally. It's been a journey, spiritually, physically, mentally, and you all are going to get to hear about some of my experience. I am definitely enjoying the time here. We do have to learn the culture, learn the people. It is a completely unfamiliar territory, unfamiliar people, but He sent us here for a reason and for a purpose. And once we got here, the Most High said to get acclimated. Before you do anything else, take time to get accustomed to the area that you're in, the people, and just wait. And so that's kind of been the space that we're in right now, is we've just been waiting. We've been on hold until the Most High releases us to do what He has us here for. But in the process, He has us learning. He has us praying more, fasting more, and we're just really getting more in tune with what He has for us, what He wants to do for us. Because sometimes you can be so engulfed in what's going on around you that you don't take the quality time that you need to spend with Him, to just rest in Him and to just hear from Him. Today, I want to encourage you guys, because we had a situation happen and it taught me a lesson. It was a good lesson because the Most High used a cat to actually teach me this lesson. And for those of you who actually know me personally, you know that I'm a dog person, not necessarily a cat person, but I'm a dog person. And just to kind of go into the story, this is definitely going to be for those of you who feel like you may be invisible, you feel like you may be unheard, that you try to express your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and no one hears you, no one's listening to you, but you just feel alone. This episode is for those of you who are in that time and place in your life. Like what you've heard so far? Great. Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the show. I want to encourage you that the Most High does hear you. In the area that we moved into, we started noticing that this cat would come by every day and it would just be meowing and meowing, and we didn't know why. We thought the cat was just coming for trash, because we have a room that is behind our house that we keep our trash in until the man comes to pick up our garbage. And because of that, we thought that maybe he was or she was smelling the food and the trash and was trying to find something to eat. So we would shoo the cat away, but every day the cat would come back. One night I saw the cat laying by the door and just laying there for the longest time, and I looked out the window and I felt a compassion for the cat. And so I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and give the cat something to eat. So we got some bread and we put it out there for the cat in hopes that he would eat and go about his business and don't come back. But the cat still came back. The cat only took maybe like a bite of the bread that we left out there. So I was like, well, I'm not putting any more food out there because you only ate a piece of the bread that we put out there. So you obviously are not hungry. Now, the cat came back another night. And one night we had to shoo him away because the cat got into a fight with another cat, and you can hear it was so loud. We shooed both of the cats away. One day my youngest daughter goes outside. She sees the cat and she records it. And the cat is just meowing and almost as if she's trying to talk to my daughter, but she wasn't able to express in a way that we could understand, in a way that we could hear her or know what she was meowing about. And so this particular day, my oldest daughter is cleaning out the trash, and she goes to take the trash into the back trash room. Lo and behold, she calls me and she was like, Mom, it's two baby cats in the trash room. And I'm like, huh? It's two kittens in the trash room. I'm like, okay. We had no idea that this time that the cat that kept coming back every night, we had no idea that she kept coming back because her babies were there. It didn't dawn on us that it was actually even a female cat. We thought it was just a male cat because we didn't get close enough to look to it because it's actually a stray cat. Because this cat was meowing and really trying to express itself, we ended up, when we saw the kittens and they came out, we took them to another area of our storage room where the mother cat would have access to it. So we knew that they had been in there for at least 4 or 5 days. We don't know if they were eating out of the trash or we don't know what was happening. And so we ended up giving the kittens some milk and some little pieces of bread so that they can be fed, because we knew that the cat was going to come back again that night. And definitely the cat came back. The mom was reunited with her kittens, and that night we didn't shoo her off because I had such a compassion for that cat, because I'm like, wow, this whole time this cat has been coming back every night, persistent, trying to get our attention and trying to speak to her babies, and we had no idea that that's why the cat kept coming back. The cat stayed that night in our garden area, and she fed her kittens. You could tell she was licking them to give them a bath or whatever it is that she does to just show her love in their reunion together. And the Most High gave me a message in that He is there to those who call upon Him, those who cry out unto Him. He is there, and He will send somebody. You may be in a place in your life right now where you feel like you're unheard. You're trying to express yourself. You're trying to just let your heart be heard. It could be towards your husband, your children, co-workers, boss, employees, whoever it is. You can be speaking in such a way where you feel like you're trying your hardest to express yourself. You're trying your hardest to let people know what's wrong, what's going on. You may not even be speaking, but you could have children that may be acting out in a way that's not normal for them. They could be acting out by fighting, by depression, or even yourself. You may be acting out. You may not necessarily be speaking to someone, but you may be acting out in a way to where you might be depressed and just laying around around and not doing anything, or just expressing your emotions and your feelings in a way that is not conducive to who you really are. And it's in those times that the Most High will send someone to say something to you, to encourage you or to lift you up, that will help you to know that He is there with you. And if you're in that place right now where you feel like you're invisible, that no one sees you, maybe friends don't see you, they don't understand, they don't know, family members, whoever it might be, you're trying your hardest to just let them know that you're hurting on the inside, that you're missing something, and there's a void that you need to have filled, and they don't understand that. They can't hear. You're trying your hardest to let them hear. Even as that cat was trying to almost speak to my daughter, but my daughter didn't know what was going on with that cat. She could not understand her, and she had no idea that the void that cat was missing was right there in the room behind her. It was her children. But because she couldn't speak human language, she wasn't able to express herself. And you may be in that place where you're trying to express yourself, whether it's through language, whether it's through your actions, no matter what way it is, you're just feeling like you're not being heard, like you're invisible, like there's nothing that you can say or that you can do where someone will just understand what it is you're going through. But I'm here to tell you that the Most High God, He hears, He knows, and He understands what you're going through. And it'll be at that right time, at that right moment, where He will send someone that will be that person for you to help you to understand what it is that you're going through, why you're going through what you're going through. And He will fill whatever void it is that you have in your life. No matter what that void is that you think you cannot fill, He will fill that void for you. Whatever it is that you're missing, whether it's a loss of a loved one or a relationship, you may have gone through a divorce or a friendship or loss of a job, whatever it is, whatever that void is, He will fill that void for you. And I want to leave with you a scripture in Psalms 145 and 18 and 19. It says, "The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon Him, to all that call upon Him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear Him. He also will hear their cry and will save them." I want you to know today that the Most High God will hear your cry. He will save you if you call unto Him and call unto Him in truth. Even though I know I used an example of a cat, but this was the lesson that the Most High gave me, is that when you call upon the Most High, He will hear you. Call upon Him in truth. Let Him know how you feel. Let Him know the pain that you're going through, the suffering, the depression, or the anguish, whatever it is, whatever that void is, whatever that hurt is. Call out unto Him in truth and let Him know that, Father, this is what I'm going through. This is the pain that I'm feeling. You may be feeling rejected. You may be feeling as if someone has just turned you aside, abused, or whatever the case may be. Let Him know what it is that you're feeling, and He will answer you. It says that He will fulfill the desire of them that fear Him, and He will hear their cry. So the Most High will hear your cry if you cry out unto them, and He will save you. Just as He brought us out to see, or my daughter out to see those kittens in that room, for that mother cat to come back that night and be reunited with her kittens. That's the same way the Most High will do for you, is that whatever it is that you're lacking, whatever that void is, He will come and He will answer that void. He will be the answer to that void. You just have to cry out unto Him and let Him know. Not everybody is going to understand what you're going through. You may be going through a season in your life where you're just going through a season of growth, a season of tearing things down out of your life, of molding and shaping you. And not everybody is going to understand what you're going through because they're not in that place, or they may not have gone through this journey with you. But if you call out to the Most High Yahweh, He will hear you. He will answer you, and He will hear your cry. And so I want to encourage you today, for those of you that may be in that place in your life right now, I want to encourage you that the Most High is there with you. He hears you, and He will send the answer at the right time when you need Him. Be encouraged. Stay encouraged. Get into your word. If you've slacked on getting into the word, if you even got angry with him, with God, and you told him, I'm not going to do this anymore because you're not, no, go back to him in truth. Let him know, God, I was mad at you because you allowed this to happen in my life, or because this happened. Repent and just accept the fact that he will make all things new. He will do what he has promised to do. Every promise in the word is for you. Be encouraged. Stay encouraged. Don't become hopeless. Don't become bitter. Just look to the Most High. Allow him to heal you in every area of hurt, and he will come through for you. With that being said, if you have any prayer requests, if you want to reach out to me because you want to express whatever it is you might be feeling, send me an email. You can email me at info@veronicascurry.com, or you can go to our Pampered Thoughts page at info@pamperedthoughts.com. And I am the one who checks the emails. I will get the email, and whatever your request is, whether it's for prayer or whatever, I will make sure to do that for you. And definitely go and follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Pampered Thoughts, and Twitter at I Am Pampered. And like I said, guys, y'all are going to hear so much more about our experiences here, the growth that I've had mentally, physically, spiritually. I've already told y'all previously in other episodes that I share my life, my experience. And if you have not seen our journey, go to YouTube. We do have a YouTube page at Our Life Yazway. Our Life Yazway. I'll leave a link in the description for that. But just look at the videos and you can see some of our journey and the things that have been taking place since we've been here. And I will definitely be updating you guys more. I have so much in store as it relates to new episodes, more guests, have sister girl chats, and we are back in effect in full force. And I just can't wait to share. I'm just glad to be back. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, but hey, we go by how the Most High chooses for us to go, how he leads us, how he directs us. And when it's time, it's time. And we will continue with the episodes. So with that being said, stay pampered. Thanks for joining us this week on the Pampered Thoughts podcast. Be sure to visit us at www.pamperedthoughts.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Stitcher, or RSS, so you'll never miss a show. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Pampered Thoughts, and on Twitter at I Am Pampered. As always, subscribe to the show to catch a new episode every week. And if you found value in the show, please leave a rating on iTunes and tell a friend about us. We want to continue to bring you the episodes you love. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, stay pampered.